Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. So 2 years ago I made a video about Tai Chi Sword basics that many of you appreciated. So today I finally came around to make a new video that is a bit like the next step or the next level in the practice. The exercises will be a little bit more advanced and difficult, so if you're a beginner I suggest you to go first to the other video, practice it for a little bit, and when you feel a bit more confident to come back to this one. Otherwise, if you already have some basic or you feel confident with yourself to start with this one, we can start straight away with this new practice. Okay, so the first exercise will be a cut or a slash. We'll start a bit with a wider position, like this, with the sword, like you have just finished cutting, on the side. And the other hand, I remind you, the sword finger position that you have to hold all the time when you are practicing sword in the Chinese style, pointing there. You can bend slightly and create all this line with your sword and your arm. From here, we will bring the sword down, in, circle, swift the weight, and cut above. The other hand is here. Yes? We'll go slowly, try to follow me. Don't worry if it takes a while to do it properly. Circle, cut. Circle, cut. Circle, cut. Circle, cut. Here the arm is nice and open and the fingers are pointing more or less in the direction of the tip of the sword. Circle, cut. If you notice, my weight and my body position is swifting a little bit from side to side. It's important with the sword practice to repeat the exercises a little bit longer so that you can feel fluid with the sword, using the sword like an extension of your body. So it's normal at the beginning is a bit more stiff and rigid, and then slowly becomes a bit more fluid. Let's repeat a few times this variation. The circle coming close to the face and cut. Close to the face and cut. When we're coming back from here, the sword is passing back and we need to move the head out of the way to avoid cutting our own head, which would be highly inconvenient, and make space for the cut. Three more times. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, rest. Now we're going to make it a bit more difficult. If you are still feeling not very confident, you can keep the old version of the exercise, otherwise you can come already to the next one. So the movement will be the same, just the difference will be that we will lift a leg as we cut. So as we cut here, we're going to lift this leg up. The foot is pointing out in this way, so it's not staying like this, but pointing down. And then change to the other, lean back, and lift the other foot. Like so. This already trains you how to move your whole body together with the sword. If you prefer, you can do it a bit more slowly, but then it will require a bit more balance to make it proper. Don't get frustrated if it's not easy, as the sword, especially the Wudang style of sword, is one of the most difficult style of weapons that you can have. very patient with yourself. Let's repeat a few more times this movement. 1, 2, and 3. Oh. So next we will see a thrust. Also here we have a little bit more open stance, and the sword will be resting against your arm in this way. Yes? To make it proper, we need to extend the arm and bring it back, creating a torsion in your upper body. The other hand, as always at the sword position, is on the wrist here. And from here, we're gonna extend and go to pierce. With the other hand, making this circle nice and open, so not like this. Also turning the fingers to point the tip of the sword. 1, close, 2, pierce. Bring it nice and back, and pierce. Movement, you want to try to keep the sword as even as possible. The birds are making a lot of fun over there. So it's like if you want to prevent the sword to wobble as much as possible. So it's like this kind of movement. Also on the way back, try to make it as even as possible. Especially if your sword is a bit heavy like mine, it will require a bit of strength and control. It is very important that the sword stays as aligned as possible, because in this way you will be able to pierce properly, to enter inside your opponent. Three, 2, 1. Okay, now we're gonna change the side, and we're gonna start from here. The sword this time is a bit more open, and pierce. You see, opposite arm, opposite leg, and the body is twisting here. Charge, pierce. Charge, pierce. Same concept, the sword as straight as possible. First it comes next to the body, here, and then it comes out straight. Here the other arm is circling, is open, like in the other exercise. Not too close, not pointing up, but round and turning inwards in this way. Looking with your eyes at the tip of the sword. 1, 2, just a few more. 3, 1. So you have seen now 2 different ways of pierce. Just to review, we have this one and we have this one. Yes, when you feel a bit more confident with these moves, you can also combine them and alternate them. For example, in this way. Yeah? passing now to the last exercise. This is a variation of one exercise we did on the previous video. We did this one. So now we'll do the opposite circle. Starting with the sword here. Let's forget about this hand for now. We will follow the tip of the sword coming in. Come out, circle, in. In. So imagine as you are like in a corridor like this, and you don't want to come out because you don't have space to move, so you have to come in, and even more difficult here, in here. The body turns a lot and you come to this very strange and uncomfortable position where your whole upper body is in a torsion, like this. From here you can come in. So we're going to imagine like the tip of the sword is guiding the movement. In. Also here, the less wobbly the sword, the better. You will notice that you want to make sure that the cutting edge of the sword doesn't rotate in this way. And so it always stays on the same line. Like if it was cutting through the air. So at the beginning, take some time to just familiarize yourself with the movement, and then you can do it a bit more to make it fluid. Okay, so the last detail for this exercise will be the other hand. Again, this is quite complicated, so if you don't feel completely confident with this first part, then just stick to this previous part of the sword hand. Otherwise, you can come with me to the other hand. Starting from here, this hand is the fingers are touching the wrist here, like this. Yeah? So from here, it follows the sword down, and when you reach the lowest point, or a bit before actually, it starts to open. And so when you are here, you have like a cross. The sword behind and the arm pointing in front to your opponent. The sword comes in until the hand reaches the pointing hand, and they come together here. Together, 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 separate when you come down, open. This hand waits for the other one, and when it reaches, they come together and follow. Down, separate. Down, connect. Down, separate. Down, connect. This helps you to have some kind of a guard or a protection in front of you when you have your sword far away in the opposite position. This could also be like this, protecting the space while you are coming with this strike. It's a bit strange strike, but it's also very difficult to block when you are coming with the pierce from above, like this. And the same when you're coming from this side. is a little bit the characteristic of this style of sword. It's very round, fluid, and difficult to predict. Just continue for a few more circles with the movement. And 3, 2, 1, and close. So that's it for today. Thank you for following this video. I know it's not easy, so take your time to repeat it a few times. And when you're feeling very confident, you can try to do the same, to follow the video, but with the left hand. It is important that we learn to move the sword with both hands fluidly and with control, and to learn to control how the blade moves, where the tip stops. And so then you can also start to put together this exercise and combine them in a playful way. In the next video, I would like to share with you a little bit more about how to move your feet and to combine all this movement with stepping patterns, which is also more difficult. As I said, this is not an easy practice. If you put yourself in the practice of the sword, it's not an easy task, but it's a very rewarding, very powerful, and very beautiful practice, so it's worth the effort. In the meanwhile, again, I thank you for following this practice with me, and I see you next time.